right, so we have a new artist signature model from Enya Music, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen or heard of a phenomenal and talented young ukulele virtuoso by the name of Feng, and he's also been featured on America's Got Talent. You'll see him all over YouTube collaborating with different artists. He has a very unique style where he plays bass lines and chord movements with melodies at the same time on one ukulele. And so this is a collaboration that they did together, and I'm happy to be able to show you this ukulele. This is a tenor ukulele. It is a chambered body, so meaning that although it does look like a solid body electric instrument, on the inside there's actually a chamber which allows for more acoustic sound. So you can play this plugged in or practice acoustically at home by yourself, or even take it on the road, go outside, jam with other people. And surprisingly, although it does give off an electric instrument kind of vibe, you do get a decent amount of volume and tone acoustically from this instrument. As you can see, it does have a really cool sunburst finish. This is a solid acacia for the top. And yeah, you can actually see the sunburst continue in the back of the instrument, which is really nice. Pretty cool cutaway over here. And they got stars inlaid along the fretboard and mother of pearl as the fret markers on frets 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, and 17, and 19. So all the way up to the E high up on the fretboard. Pretty interesting headstock, kind of reminds me of an Ibanez. And if you turn this ukulele around in the back of the headstock, you can see his signature. Which, let me see if I can get a nice shot of this. Pretty cool. Side port over here. And this one actually comes with the pickup installed, and we're going to go over the features of this pickup. And there's some other cool things that you can do with this ukulele that you probably wouldn't expect to come out from this thin body tenor. So this is the natural acoustic sound of this instrument. And now we're going to get into one of my favorite features of this instrument. So we've featured a few ukuleles on our website, on the podcast, that come with pre-installed effects that you can use acoustically without having to plug in. And Enya has been becoming very, very popular because of those features that they include on their instruments. So let's kind of look over what this ukulele is capable of doing. On the side, you have a very sleek tone control board over here. And let's start from the top knob. The top knob controls the volume. And then, like I said earlier, there are some effects that are featured on this instrument. And the middle knob is for reverb. And then the bottom one, you can add chorus or delay. So let's check out how these effects sound on this ukulele. So let me try and turn this on. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the volume button until you see that green light pop up. Okay, and then from here you can play around with your effects. You can dial it back or increase the volume, and I'll show you another cool feature in just a second. So here's what it sounds with the reverb effect. This is recorded acoustically only with the mics. Let's increase the volume of the effect. Let's see, we got reverb. Let's turn the reverb down. Let's try some delay. And then you can just dial everything back and turn it all the way off. And then you get your dry acoustic sound. And there you go. Okay, so that's what it sounds acoustically. Let's go ahead and test out this pickup. Alright, so now that we have it plugged in, this is going to be the, I guess you could say, the dry acoustic sound. I'm not using any effects on this instrument whatsoever. And this is my first time actually trying out this pickup. It sounds very clean. Lots of clarity. And one thing I noticed too, it doesn't have like a heavy thump. So for those of you who usually rolls back your lows to avoid this thumpiness, with this, just by plugging it in, it sounds pretty good as is. Alright, so now that we got it plugged in, let's play around with the effects. The cool thing about these types of effect units that are pre-installed on these ukuleles is that not only can you use it acoustically, but when you're plugged in, you can actually turn the effect on and off as well. So let's add a little bit of reverb to the mix. Right now I have it up at 25%, so which is 9 o'clock. You hear a little bit of it. Now let's bring it up to 50%. And you hear a lot more. So what I would probably do in my preference is probably dial it back right at 10 o'clock. Here's the chorus effect. Let's try some delay. And by turning the knob, you can actually control the quickness or the speed of the delay, and also how much times it's gonna delay. Yeah, super cool. For me, I prefer using it with some reverb is good enough for me. But to be able to have this option to be able to turn on reverb anytime you want is really cool. So here's a little sound sample of it plugged in.